Hey there, Pascal from Western Canoe and Kayak. Today I wanted to have a quick little chat about some of the differences between different kinds of recreational kayaks. So let's say we've decided we want to buy a kayak and we've looked at some different options, inflatables, collapsibles, but we've got the space and we've got the ability to transport them. We've decided we want to go for hard shell. Hard shell kayaks are generally going to perform better. They're not limited in shape in the same way that an inflatable would be, right? You're not trying to make a balloon animal in the shape of a boat, right? So there's two basic differences, a sit inside or a sit on top kayak. A sit inside kayak can be a little bit more troublesome to get into, especially for beginners or for those of us who have flexibility issues. It's a little bit tougher to get into a cockpit. However, once you're inside the cockpit, it's generally a drier paddle. You're not going to have drips landing on you. You can put a spray skirt on if you choose. So that's a great option. The other thing that's really nice about these is they're generally lighter. So there's less plastic in this boat than would be required to make a sit on top kayak, right? So because of that, they're going to be a little bit lighter, maybe 15-20% rough. The other thing about a sit inside boat is they can be a little bit more challenging to re-enter. So if you were to flip while you're out on the water, it's going to take a certain amount of flexibility to get back into this boat. So there's some advantages, there's some disadvantages, things to consider based on what you want to do. With the sit on top kayak, generally they're a little bit heavier because they have more plastic in them, but they're much more buoyant. So if you flip it on the water doesn't enter it. It doesn't get any heavier. It's still going to stay buoyant. And all you need to do is climb back into it. You don't require any particular skill. It's just a bit of brute strength, right? The other thing that's great is it's a lot more comfortable. You don't have a deck covering you. You don't have a spray skirt around you. You can wiggle your legs if you want. It's a much more open and inviting experience. However, you are a bit more exposed to the elements. So on days where it's a little bit windy or it's a little bit rainy, it's not going to be as comfortable because you're more exposed. Another point to consider between the two is how you feel sitting inside a kayak. It may be that you're perfectly flexible and that there's going to be no other issues as far as using a sit inside kayak, but that you don't like that feeling of being enclosed. If you feel claustrophobic or the idea of, potentially flipping a kayak and being trapped inside it, though an unrealistic fear, that can really reduce people's enjoyment. So if you're feeling a bit trepidatious about going out on the water and you're not feeling super confident, maybe a sit on top is a great option just to get you out on the water and get you more experienced. So hopefully that's given you some points to consider. I think there's really no right or wrong. Whatever gets you out on the water and gets you enjoying paddling is an excellent choice. So if this gave you anything to think about, or if you've got extra comments you'd like to add, post it down in the comment section. As always, if you want to see more videos, click like, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video. Thanks.